Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. CSIR NET exam is near. We are almost a month away from exam, and this is a very crucial time, especially when you talk about it from the test series point of view. Now is the time when you should appear for test series, you should give test series, you should practice test series, and I'm going to talk about 5 such important reasons why a test series can be a deciding factor in your score, or it can boost your score in the final exam. Reason number 1 is it gives you time management skill. Now, when people sit in exam, if you have never given test series, if you have never appeared in CSIR NET exam, you just went for the exam and you just sit in the exam, you might get anxious, you might get panic. How to use that 3 hours, or how you are going to, utilize those 3 hours, how much time you have to give for which part. No matter how many strategies you have heard of, but until you have practiced of your own, you cannot do that. Okay, and that's where test series comes in. So if you give a test series, full length test series, you will get a good idea how to utilize those 3 hours, right? Second thing is exam like pressure. As I said, in exam generally people get anxious because they are not able to bear the pressure which they feel in the exam. So what I recommend is give a full length test series, a proper full length test series, in which when you sit in the test series, you start a clock, or you should have a computer based test kind of test series which has an interface very similar to CSIR NET exam, and it should also have some new questions, right? So if you sit in certain test series and if you give these type of full length mock test, you get an idea that what type of experience you are going to get in exam, and when you will sit in the final exam, you won't feel that much pressure because you are already used to of that. It's just like appearing for a practice match before going for the actual knockout match. And for that sake, I want to announce that we have launched our own test series. This is a full length test series for CSIR NET exam. It has 4 full length tests which have totally new questions. So we are not repeating previous year's questions. If you have solved or if you have practiced from previous year's question, this is going to give you some new questions to practice. It has total entire exam like experience. At the end of this video, I will show you how this test series look like. So this test series has most of the things related to how you see in the actual exam. I'll talk about it in more detail at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. The third reason is identifying your weak zones. So when you prepare, when you study, and you just keep studying for the exam from your notes, from the videos, from the classes, from whatever source you have, at certain point you get stuck and you are not able to understand what are the gaps, what are the things which you have to prepare now, or what are the things which are missing from your preparation. A good test series can tell you that what are those missing points from your preparation, what are the things that you have to prepare now. Let's say while giving a test series, you got to know that there is something called a Staffel plot. Now you were not aware about it, you have to go to the notes or you have to search for it and study that. So it will build up those missing points or those missing topics which you have not yet prepared in your preparation. The fourth and the very important reason is strategy experimentation. Now I know that for exam many people suggest different strategy. You might have your own strategy, but how to understand that whether your strategy is going to be useful or that is going to work in exam? So you can mimic those strategies in these mock tests or in these test series. You can try using different strategy and see which strategy has given you a good output, and you can take that same strategy in exam. For example, you made a strategy of giving part A first and then part C and then part B, or you made a strategy that you are going to start the exam with part C questions. So which of these strategies is going to work? You never know until you practice that. So these test series or these mock tests are very good place to practice your strategies. Fifth reason which makes the test series very important is tracking your improvement. So while giving different test series, you will see that how your score is improving. Although I strictly tell you that don't believe on the score which you get on the test series, because that is not your actual exam. Don't get over confident or demotivated with low or high scores. Just take it as a graph, or just take it as experience that how you are improving by giving the test series, or how you are improving in reading question, in solving things in time, or in maintaining or managing the time well, or in able to use the calculator well. So these are the places where you have to look upon your improvements, and that a good test series can definitely help you in. And that's where we bring our own test series. So I'll be talking about my test series. I'll show you on my computer screen how it is going to look like, what are the things you are going to get. This has been kept at a very minimal price of rupees 499, which probably we will increase in next few days. So just make sure that you take advantage of this price and enroll into this test series. If you enroll into it, you get 4 full-length test series in this. These are full-length tests. That means part A include 20 questions, out of which 15 you have to do. Part B includes 40 questions, out of which 35 you have to do, and part C includes 60 questions, out of which 25 you have to do, just like you sit in the exam. Okay, part A has aptitude, part B has direct questions, or just like mixed questions, and then part C has detailed questions. So these things are there in the test series. Not only that, you have computer based test kind of interface, very similar to what you experience here in CSIR NET exam. We also provide scientific calculator so that it gives you idea how to use scientific calculator in exam. So this test series can be a very good place to practice out a very exam like experience. We are not including previous year's questions because many times you might have practiced previous year's question, and giving the same question in test series does not make any sense. So these include entirely new question, and that's what make this test series stand away from all the other test series which are available online. So I would highly recommend you to enroll into this particular test series and give this before your CSIR NET exam so that you can get maximum benefit out of it. I will show you how it looks like, what are the things you are going to get, how you can enroll into it. So let's go straight away on my computer screen. So to enroll into this test series, I will give you a link to reach out to the page. So here are our courses on our website. Here you can see CSIR NET June 2026 test series, 4 full-length tests with new questions. So let me click on this. So I will give you a link to reach out to this particular page. Okay, you have all the information and everything related to this present over here. All you have to do now in order to enroll is log in first of all. So click on this login with your credentials and then click on this buy now button. Once you click over here, it will ask to fill your name, your email, your phone number and your state, and then you can just click on buy now and you can make the purchase using any of the payment methods mentioned. Okay, you can use UPI to pay, you can use like debit card, credit card, internet banking and all the other methods to make the payment. All right, now let me show you how these tests are going to look like. What is the interface that we are providing? All right, so once you enroll and once you start this particular course, this is how the interface, or this is how it will look like. You will see that you have 4 full-length tests as I mentioned, and I'm going to show you one of them. So it has 120 questions, 180 minutes to do it. So it gives you total exam like experience, 3 hours to do it, 120 questions, and there are total 6 attempts which you can give per test. Okay, so for each test we are providing 6 attempts for you. So if you want, just click on this start quiz and then it will show you some general instructions, what are the different colors of the panel is going to look like how you can use review for and marked for review and answered and related stuff. Okay, you can read about it. And if I click start, so here is how the whole test is going to see over here. You will look at the remaining time, like it will show how much time is remaining. Then you have questions in 3 different parts. So you have part A, you have a question of part A, you have a panel which shows which question you are actually looking upon, whether you have answered that question or not. So if you have answered that question, you will go save and next, it will become green now. Okay, and that's how it will look like. Then you can directly go to part B, you can directly go to part C. So you see all these have questions as per the exam point of view. All these are new questions. And if you want to use scientific calculator, here is your scientific calculator. You can click over here. You can use the same calculator which you get in exam. It's the scientific calculator. All the options are there which you get in the exam. So it gives you a good idea how to use it in exam as well. And there are like number of questions are same, like 20 questions in part A, 40 questions in part B and 16 part C, out of which you have to do like certain number of questions which are there. Like in part A you have to do 15, in part B you have to do 35 out of 40, in part C out of 60 you have to do 25, just like you do in the exam. Okay, so once you have answered all the questions, once you have done with everything, you will get the detailed solution of each and every question, so that you can check out that what mistakes you have done. Not only that, you get a detailed result or detailed report of what you have done. So it will show you how accurate you were, how fast you were for per question, how much time you have taken per question, in which section, organic, inorganic, physical, in which section you were good, which part you have done correctly, and all the related things. Like it will be a very detailed report which you will get, which you can use to like modulate your preparation, to enhance your preparation, and for the next time, like for the next attempt when you are giving, you will be more prepared in that case. And this is how step by step you will be actually progressing, you will be actually preparing in much better way. And in the final exam, this is definitely going to reduce your exam pressure, because you will not be able to, like in the exam when you will sit, that experience or that interface won't be totally new for you. You have already seen that interface in this case, right? Then it won't like you will be able to see the time management, because you see you have 3 hours to manage over here, so you know how to manage the time. That's what you will get. And then you will get to know how to use scientific calculator, which is very important, because in CSIR NET exam it has been introduced recently. And all the other benefits which I have discussed in the video can be rectified if you give this test series sincerely. So I would highly recommend you to sit for this test, enroll into it, and appear for this. It is kept at a very minimal cost, so that most of you can afford it, can enroll into it and take advantage of it. So that's it from my side for this particular video. I just wanted to inform you about importance of test series, and that we are providing a solution for that. I hope you guys will enroll into it. See you guys in the next video. Take care. All the best for your preparation.